Hi guys, welcome back to MSc. I'm Jade and today I'm here with Mr Fotheringham. And we're going to be having a little chat about GCSE business studies for those of you beginning year 11.
So welcome to the study of business and congratulations on thinking about what you're going to be doing before actually doing it. If you're going to try and prepare for business studies, one of the things you can do is you can look at the specification for the course. And so for each of the different exam boards, and you can find out from your school which one you're likely to cover. You can then go on to the website, be it AQA or Edexcel or OCR, and you can then take a look at the kind of things you're going to be learning in a scheduled way. And you're going to find out, like right at the very beginning of each of the syllabuses, the same story is going to happen. And that's that you're going to first look at the different types of business that you can open up. And so if you really wanted to get like a head start, you could take a look at that excellent resource, the resource of how businesses get started. And if you search the internet for types of business, that'll be the first subject that you cover in all GCSE. You are very likely to find all kinds of resources from, say, BBC Bite Size on types of businesses. There's a website called Tutor to You, and you'll also find comprehensive introductory notes to GCSE business there.
So will there be any tests or assignments due?
I mean, it's desperately unlikely that starting business studies fresh, you're going to run yourself into a test situation straight off the bat. But if you have like a hard teacher, a teacher who really wants to like drill you down, then you're likely to get some action in the first couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on your person now.
What topics in particular will be covered in the first few weeks?
Okay, so in the first weeks, there's, like I said, the types of businesses. And so there you're looking at like these terms mean nothing to you, you should do some research. A sole proprietorship, a partnership, a private limited, and a public corporation. And these different types of businesses are likely to be tested in the first segment of the course. So what entrepreneurship is and how to get started in business. And the way we assess in business studies is always by case study, which is a very important thing to remember because a case study is like a real application of these things. So, one thing that definitely wouldn't hurt is for you to make an early start on knowing some types of businesses and how they run. Be it small, like local businesses, like your man with the burgers, or like large international corporations. You want to learn a little bit about how they operate.
Will there be any homework set?
There's definitely going to be. If you haven't got homework set, there's a serious failure in the system. You can expect to get homework.
So you mentioned BBC Bite Size and other websites. Is there anything else that students can do during the first few weeks just to assist the subject?
Business studies has been studied for like quite a long. It's not like a whole new creation, and so there's been quite a few students who made videos, like maybe not unlike this video, and so you can explore student thoughts about their process. One of the really great things about this time of year is that there's a whole raft of people who've just finished their studies. And then you can go back and you can ask them, what do you know now that you didn't know when you started? And they're usually pretty good with the advice, people who've just finished studying.
Yeah. Like myself. Will the first term then be much different from the rest of the year?
Yeah, it does get business studies is segmented, so you end up with like a whole bunch of, like there's 12 different units at GCSE, and so you end up with these really quite different segments. So one section is going to be entirely about finance, and in there you're going to have to learn equations and the way to balance sheets of numbers. And that's not at all similar to what you get started with when you learn types of business. And that's different still from marketing and HR. These are some of the big overarching themes in business.
Would you suggest in half term it being for rest or for further study?
Oh, that's tough. because it depends on the type of person you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're one of those people that needs a rest, you should take a rest. But if you're one of those people who is like gnawing at the bone of learning, then you should probably stick yourself in there and figure out everything you possibly can about the subject.
How can students optimise their independent study or free periods for the subject?
Optimizing your free time is extremely challenging. At GCSE, you're not going to find too much free time. Your school is very likely to rack you full of course loads, so you're not going to find yourself too short of things to do. And usually the order of operation goes like by triage. So just like in hospitals where like the most urgent case gets seen first. If you're one of those people who is fortunate enough to have like free time in their schedule, you should probably try and knock off the elements of academic work first. So the general rule is work and then play. And so if you have like homework outstanding or you've got the opportunity to read ahead, you do those things instead of like playing cards with your mates or like going to the shop. You don't do those things first.
That's some good advice.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr Fotheringham, for speaking to me about GCSE business studies, and hopefully that will be helpful for those of you who are thinking about the subject.
Thanks.